The Cottagers started in 56, 55 or 56. We became Cottagers in 66 or 67. After we had been here 10 years, we were invited to become members of the Cottagers. In those years, you were invited to become a member. Now people propose names and you have to go through a whole big thing. But in those years, you got a lovely little letter. The secretary, who was Edna Montero, sent you a lovely little letter saying you've been invited to become a member of the Cottagers. And our first meeting will be such and such, and please come. And that's how we became Cottagers. I felt that we had made the grade.
Because now people will ask, will you please sponsor me to become a Cottager? Lots of people want to be Cottagers, but they don't want the responsibility that goes along with being a Cottager, which is work. We work during the summer. During the time when we're here on vacation, we are working a good part of that time. And so that's not a lot of folks' agenda. So we have to make sure that we bring in members who want to work. And we do a lot of fundraising, and we do a lot of supporting of the town in terms of funds. We have like at least 5, 6 events all summer to raise money to give back to the town. There's a committee, and they decide who gets what and how much they will get, which you can be a part of if you care to. You have to be a part of.
I'm on that committee.
2 committees. There's a fundraising committee. There's a fashion show committee.
There's a clam bake committee, the house tour committee. These are things that we give during the summer. We start off with a trivia and treasure sale. That's the first thing. Then we go on, we have a house tour. Then we have a luncheon. Then we have a clam bake. Those functions we give to raise money, and all that money we give back to the island. Whether it's scholarships or whether it's the policeman, the fireman, the hospital, whatever it is, we try to give that money back. We have general meetings, and then we also have
committee meetings.
Committee meetings. There's 5 of them usually during the summer, but everybody's supposed to come to those general meetings. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it is
a lot.
It's a lot of work. And you had to be willing to commit that you were going to be held here to help work with the house tour, to help work with the fashion show. You had to be here to commit to do those things.
The work doesn't end during the summer. You know, a lot of this planning stuff goes on during the off season.
And see, when the Cottagers first started, most of us were here during July and August because we were either teachers or the wives of doctors or something like that. We were here during the summer. There's a big difference now. Many of the young Cottagers now are in the corporate world. We were not in that because when we grew up, it was either civil service or school teachers. Those places were not open to us at that time. But it's open to them now, and they're in that corporate world. They're managing to do both. It's difficult, but they're managing it, you know.
It's a very busy organization.
Volunteers taught classes. It was part of the program, and they did it. Exercise classes they had. We had art classes for children, art classes for adults. So we have bridge classes there, bridge classes every Monday.
Dances for teens.
Dances for teenagers. We had all that was part of the Cottager program. The teen dances were like on Thursday.
This year at the teen dances, we understand that one of the Obama girls was at the teen dance and stayed the whole time, so that was nice.
We sponsored a group called the Constant Trio. They were
a group of young
violinists. One was a violinist, one was a viola, and the other was a something. We sponsored them for about 3 or 4 years with concerts here on the island. And that was a fundraiser.
We had our own little choir, and they were very good. It's a very busy organization. You have no idea. I told Millie just the other day, I said, I am so glad summer has come to an end. Because frankly, I'm very tired, and you have these multiple activities, one right after the other. And you barely have time to recoup from one, then there's another one going on. So it can be very, very tiring.